Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Josiah. I am a content creator, a real life producer, photographer, all these good things, H-Town, born and raised. And this is a small variation of the Whether You Like or Not panel, okay? This is like a side. I'm talking about the heart and soul of Houston, the Houston girls. And here along, I have with me my boy, giving the real tea, and my girl, Really Be TV. Happy Monday, y'all. How y'all doing today?
Hey, I didn't know we was giving our resume though. Okay, real life
I
producer.
didn't either. Because these
Okay,
people know
real
he.
life producer. Okay,
Child, he want everybody to know that he be doing big shit. Okay,
okay, big
I'm with you.
shit.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, listen, I literally feel like I have not been on here for the longest. I know y'all like, what the hell is Josiah? So that's why I was like, let me go ahead and get the stuff start, packing because life be lifing, right?
That's
Life
right.
be life, but we good to see you, friend.
Yeah,
Period.
and I was like, we need to do something because I know people missed the panel, and I know for sure all three of us actually watched this show. So, me being a Houston H Town boy, I was like, listen, I have to talk about this show. I have to, okay, especially with these group of women because I'm gonna be honest. Only one person, I only know one person from this cast. I ain't never seen these other girls. But hey, that's the point, right? Exposure, get to know.
Right.
That's it.
All right. So we are all gathered here today to talk about the Heart and Hustle Houston on network. Now, I know a lot of people are nervous because they're scared it's going to be another Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? But isn't this the same producer that did Hollywood Divas or R&B Divas or something?
I don't know who does produce this.
He
I know
did.
it ain't Carlos.
He's produced other stuff though. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I just can't remember, but he's produced other stuff though.
Got
No shade. I appreciate it not being Carlos because I feel like that's why we're now seeing the formula that we're seeing, and I can rock with.
letting it cook, yeah, because I
Mhm.
was just actually thinking about that T because Carlos be letting it cook. Like he be getting these girls ready to fight, go back
Mhm.
and forth. And I'm just like, listen, ain't nobody Carlos, you can't get just dive straight into but hey, I can't tell anybody how to produce that show, right? I mean,
True.
that's his shit. But anyways, yeah.
Miss
So
Bankthing said he produced some of the BET awards. Ooh, I ain't know that.
oh,
Oh well.
okay. Okay. I love that. I love that. I love that. Um, cool. So I'm gonna show these comments too. So anyway, so okay, so what was y'all first thoughts of this show? Like as far as when you heard about it and like watching the first episode.
I I went back and forth with it,
Mm-hmm.
and after Love and Marriage Huntsville came on, and then the first episode came on, I didn't even bother. And that night, I was restless. I really couldn't sleep like that. And I said, you know what? Because I saw it was on demand, and I said, you know what? At the very least, it'll put me to sleep. And to my surprise, when I watched it, I found myself taking notes. I said, oh shit, am I liking it? And so yeah, I was really shocked. And that's when I said, all right, I'll put out a review. I'll see how the people like it. And don't get me wrong, like the reviews are, yeah, like people are still on the cusp. But I keep telling people it's really good. Like, and the main thing that I like about it is that they do give real life issues. And I can appreciate it. Like in the first episode with Ro and things like that. And then Chloe and what she has going on, and then Elena and all of that. Like it's relatable, and they not up there just cussing each other out, and it doesn't seem like they're scared to really say what the issue is or say what they got going on. So I can deal with it. I like it. I think it's cute.
I would say the same thing. My first reaction was it's cute. And like I told my subscribers, I said, what I don't want, I do not want to hear y'all complaining about, oh, it's slow or oh, it's
Right.
boring. Because y'all
Right.
always say that y'all don't want a bunch of drama. Y'all want to just see some black women that can come together and have a little bit of yang yang, a
Yeah.
little yang yang, but it
Yeah.
doesn't always have to be on the level, on that level. And so for me, I did like it from that perspective. I mean, of course, we got to give us conflict. It's still a reality show, but I love the fact that I feel like so far, I love how they're handling the conflict and how they're handling the issues when they do have issues with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see where it goes, but I do like that.
Yeah.
I will say this, though, my only concern, because it's not a complaint, but my only concern that I am starting to see now that we're getting into some of the other episodes, I don't know if these women were really friends. I think they might have known each other. They may have moved in the same circles, but I don't know if they were honestly really friends.
I get why you say that.
Hell
I
no.
do. I get
I
why you
agree.
say that.
No, I don't. Honestly, it was more of a produced friend group, like maybe like an associate, or some of these girls kind of ran into each other at these networking events. But as far as just being like true sisterhood, now any black reality TV show, especially with an ensemble cast, they're always trying to do a brotherhood, a sisterhood. I mean,
Mm.
look at Chasing Atlanta. They trying to go brotherhood, but they always be at each other's throats,
But they
brotherhood
be
on that
careful.
show.
And I
Brotherhood,
use the
they ass
brother
out of
real
here.
loosely. Brotherhood is real loosely.
Listen, okay. Hey, listen, you ain't gonna call me friend, sister. I don't like that. That's why I don't know if I can be on reality TV. Because I'm like, we're friends. We're not friends. I don't know you.
Yeah, now I don't know you.
Right. Or look, Mariah Carey. I don't know her.
Yeah.
But yes, no, but listen, I think this is an amazing ensemble cast. The women are stunning. I mean, me being a country H-Town boy, being here, born and raised, y'all, I love the country accents, and I love everybody I don't love everybody, but
And I love that we have a little bit of everything. We got light
yes,
skin, dark skin, we got
Yeah.
caramel, we got thick, we got thin, we got
Yeah.
short, we got tall. Like I love that we got and what I also like is even though Latiti, because y'all know I don't remember these people's name, even though Latiti is thick, I love that that's not her story.
Right.
Like she
I
did talk
agree.
about being seen as aggressive because of her size, but even that's a different aspect.
It
Because
is.
I don't think that people think about that when you are the biggest person in the room, especially as a kid, that when you say something, it is seen differently. So I can definitely I love that part of it as well.
no, I really do too. And I think that like I said, this cast does mesh well, and it's a different variety of personalities. You can see how some women are more chill, some women are more hype. And we Texans, Houstonians, we like to have a good time. Do you hear me? So we live at 5, and a lot of these women, especially Labrina, Chloe, Ro, they remind me of my cousins or my homegirls down here. So I
Man, I
really
love me
love how
some
they have,
roe, child. Roe be cracking me up.
Yes, I love me some Ro.
right.
And I love me some Labrina too, baby. I love her accent. It is
Yeah.
so cute.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
I love it.
I was talking with T backstage because I don't know, a lot of these girls remind me of like another reality star. Like Labrina remind me of Althea for some reason. Ro reminds me of Ra Ali and some of her
She
Child.
scenes.
does. She
Like,
does.
yes. Chloe reminds me of Miss Kitty from Empire. Okay.
She does.
I know you right.
She
I
does.
know you right.
Yes, look at Grace Breyer. She looks like Grace
She
Breyer.
does.
She do look
She
like her though,
does.
don't she?
Now she don't act like her, of course, but she does look like Grace Bryant's. And then Alana, she reminds me of like a version of Portia, like in an alternative world.
I don't know. I still don't like that comparison, even in the alternative world. We gotta find her somebody better.
Now we gotta find somebody else though.
Oh my goodness. But so what I want to do, you guys, is so this is kind of like just a review of episode of 1 to 4. We're hoping, just based off the feedback, that you guys, maybe we can do like a panel. We rotate on Really Be next and then T. But I wanted to just kind of pull up the characters on the screen and we can talk about their storyline. So what I'll do is I'll pull up a character on the screen. I'll read their character description, and then we'll go ahead and talk about that particular character and their storyline so far on these 4 episodes. That's cool with y'all?
That's cool.
Cool.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so I first want to start off with Chloe Cook. Okay, so Chloe is 44, so she is the premier event planner of Houston. So Chloe is that girl. However, she was married for a couple of months. She lost her husband, so she had to kind of take a step back from her event business so that she can be more presence for her young daughter and then her adult son as well. He kind of had to step in. So they had a big tragedy in their family. So, but however, Chloe's boo is much younger than her. I think he is like Jordan. He's 28. And this causes conflict within the family between her and her eldest son. Okay. So, who is only 3 years older than her oldest son. So, what did you guys think about Chloe and then also her mixing in with these group of women?
Okay, you want my honest opinion?
Let's do it. I'm with it.
At first, I didn't think I was gonna fool with Chloe at all. Now, even though she may have some things and have done some things that I particularly may not personally agree with,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like her at the same time. Like for me, even when it comes down to Jordan and all that stuff, for me, I honestly feel like she's still grieving, and I just don't think she really knows how to like get that off.
Yeah.
And so that's what I see when I look at her and I look at Jordan and then I look at the situation and how things is going on. But at the same time, I didn't like how Nico didn't show up to the damn grave site with his little sisters and all of them. Like in the first episode, all of that he was given, all right, it was entertaining and it was the first episode, so I let it slide.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like the second time, it was just like, yeah, dog, I don't really like that. But see, that's what I mean by real life situations because I lost my daddy when I was 8 going on 9. So I know how Nico feels when you see your mama trying to move on and she says she got a new friend and then that same friend constantly comes and everything. So it's like, I get it from both sides, but I don't feel as though she's a bad person. I don't feel as though she's necessarily a messy person. I just feel as though she's kind of still trying to find herself and she's still trying to, you know,
I agree.
get back to who she was now that she's basically widowed. So it's
Mhm.
like I really want to give her grace because I'm more than sure that's a terrible thing for her to have to deal with and carry. And then you got your son who is like not making things any better. And
Yeah.
then you got this new boo who pissed me off in this damn episode,
Episode
which
4. Yeah.
makes me really understand more. Probably why Nico feels a way about him. And I kind of understand it. But for the most part, Chloe, I'm here for you. I'm
Mm.
here for you. I thought you was gonna
Oh,
piss
so
me off and I
we
won't go see it for you, but I like it.
okay. So we gonna disagree, T.
Oh
But
what?
um, so the way I feel about Chloe is from a viewer perspective, I felt the same way. I didn't think I was gonna like Chloe because I was like, oh, she don't know what to say out her mouth.
Right.
She reckless. She don't know how to apologize. She don't know how to acknowledge people's feelings. Yada yada yada. Right. But then as the episodes have gone on, I do kind of see, kind of where it's coming from. And at first, I was like, I feel where her son is coming from. You know, I do think that it's probably you feel some kind of way about your dad. I mean, about your mom dating somebody that's only 4 years older than you. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
can't imagine. Like, that would make me feel some kind of way too. And I probably would be side-eye my mama too. Like, I'm
Mhm.
sorry, what? But then after this last episode, where the boyfriend was like, he need to do something with himself. And when we saw Chloe talking to the son, and we found out, okay, so yeah, you might feel how you feel about your mama, but let's put that to the side. Sir, I need you to do something with yourself. Because you were in your 20s, you were tatted up to your ears, talking about I want to be a rapper, but you ain't going into the studio. See, I don't have no problem with people having dreams, but I do have a problem when you have dreams with no work. You're not going in the studio, you're not working on your craft, you're not doing anything to put forth any effort. Now I'm starting to side eye the sun a little bit and say, okay, this is a little bit deeper. Do I think that they're grieving? They probably are. And that might be why he didn't go to the grave. Maybe he's not ready for that. Everybody don't do the grave site thing. Everybody, that's not everybody's cup of tea. So I gave him a pass with that because I was like, maybe he wasn't feeling it, especially knowing it was going to be cameras there and stuff. Maybe that wasn't his thing. But then when she was trying to talk to him about what we doing with our life, like, come on now, we all like, I get grief, but we got to move forward. We got to figure it out. And he was like, what you mean? I told you I want to be a rapper. And she was like, well, when was the last time you been in the studio? I don't need to go to the studio. What you mean you don't need to go to the studio, sir?
I agree.
So that's why I said we're going to disagree on that, because I agree with everything else you said. But after this now, had this episode not happened, I was 100% on Nico's side. I was like, I feel Nico. But after I saw that little scene when he was like, I want to be a rapper, but I don't think I need to go to the studio and stuff. And then she was trying to talk to him, and he was like, I mean, he 4 years older than me. That's weird. That's creepy. That's weird. I feel like now he's just using that as an excuse to just not want to do nothing.
Right.
Yeah, now I can agree with that. Nico, get your life together. I mean, I get what you're saying about Jordan. Get your life together.
Right, because she said he leaves every time I come home. Well, where are you going? Because you're not going to work.
Right.
Where are you going?
Right. No, I definitely agree with y'all. So I look at it as, I honestly don't feel like that Chloe needs to date at this time, because I think that, like you said, the family as a whole is still currently grieving. And with Nico, I think that he has a lot of pent up, grief or whatever that he's going through, and he definitely needs to get himself together. However, I feel like that with her dating Jordan, I don't think it was the right place for him to say anything, especially if they have been dating in a short.
I totally agree.
Especially with with them being close in age.
Totally agree.
You and Sabrina, not Sabrina, you and Chloe, y'all have y'all fun, and you stay in, because you're not even her husband yet. So
right.
You don't really have a say in this situation. But I feel like that she just lost her husband about 5 years ago. I think 5 or 6 years ago. So they definitely need more time to heal. You know what I'm saying? Because even with Chloe talking about losing her husband in the confessionals, you can still see the emotion all in her face. So
I can agree with that. And I also agree, yes, Jordan, you were still out of line. And see, that's definitely gonna be an issue. And see, Chloe, that's what I mean by that. Like I told you, Nico is basically Jordan's peer. Like, let's just call a thing a thing. That's that nigga peer.
Why call that man Chuck?
And then he up here talking all this mess. I don't know how it's gonna work, Chloe, but hey, we'll see.
Exactly. And I mean, if I'm just keeping it 100, this is a show, so I must say how I feel. I feel like that. I'm not gonna say she using him, but Chloe know damn well their age. Okay, let me not say this, because at the end of the day, you can find love, right? But I feel like that Chloe is still mourning her husband, and Jordan is just a fun guy, in my opinion.
Right.
Just having fun. She's having a good time. She got her hair. She probably just cut her hair, y'all, before this reality. So she's like, babe, I got me a haircut looking like Miss Kitty. Okay. She's like, I'm gonna be a reality.
But you know what? My thing is, I'm not even mad at Chloe for doing that. I just wish that's what she would let it be versus this my man, this Jordan or whatever. Like,
right, so much she ready to get married. Man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, see, that's too much. But if she was just saying, no, hell no, I'm just having fun. Like, and you know what it is.
I agree. I agree with you on that. If it was just like we just having a good time,
right?
Yeah.
And that's right. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that, because we love to have a good time over here. Okay.
Period.
But,
we know you do. We know you do.
I don't do none of that.
You confusing him with Scotty, who's in the chat battle.
You know Scotty about to cut you out. Scotty, it was not me. It was T.
Right. And then one thing with Chloe, what was you guys thought and on her, I guess, riff with please, this is the only girl I don't know how to say. Alana?
Yeah, I think it's Alana.
Yeah. Please, y'all, please forgive me if I cannot pronounce her name. But yeah, what would you guys think about her riff with that saying about the husband situation? Well, clearly, girl, we'll get to Alana and we're about to get to her next. But I'm like, your marriage is in shambles, clearly.
Well,
Listen,
I think that was rude for Chloe to say.
it
And
was.
even if you didn't mean for it to come out the way it came out, sometimes you think something and once it come out, you be like, oh shit, I ain't mean for it to come out like that. You knew that what you said was offensive. And instead of her just apologizing, you like double down on it. Just say, girl, my bad. I just don't find him attractive. But you're right. He is a nice looking guy. He's just not my type. That's all you had to say. Right. But I just felt like she doubled down on it. And I do think if I were Alana, I would have been offended.
Yes.
Right. I would have been offended too. And that was what annoyed me with Chloe. Because I said, Chloe, what if the shoe was on the other foot? And Alana said, listen, God bless the dead, but your ex-husband won't find like that, girl. Right. You would have been offended. You would have been mad. You probably would have been ready to fight. So it's just like, not like, and that was my thing too. I was like, well, if y'all so close like that, why would you say that about her husband on national TV? Like, why would you even try to embarrass her?
Yeah. No, that is true. That is true. Well, speaking of Alana, let's go ahead and get to her and her quick bio. So, Alana is the visionary founder of CEO, her own company, a beauty empire, basically for knowing, like, the next generation of makeup. She's been in the industry for many years. So right now she is going through it with her. She's on the brink of divorce. Okay. 15 years of marriage. Her husband cheated on her. So she comes on the show, you guys, and she's kind of more of she keeps to herself. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's hiding something and she's not telling the world what really is going on. Her and her husband sleeps in separate bedrooms. What are your thoughts on her?
I like Alana, but I feel like you holding on to something that's been dead for a long time. And I honestly feel like the both of y'all are just there out of obligation and it's familiar. That's really what I think. And I feel like a lot of people do that. Because I said that in my review. I said a lot of people, it's just easier to just let a nigga cheat in peace. Because it's just easier to deal with that versus divorcing and then finding somebody else and then dating somebody else and learning somebody new. Because I've heard that growing up. They know it is what it is and they just let it be what it be because so long as it's working for them in some way, they're fine with it. And I mean, hey, Alana, look, fine. I don't feel as though Josh is worth all of that, but that's my opinion. For whatever her reasons are, she's choosing to stay with it. Interesting thing though, I was on Diana Rose's channel earlier today, and she was talking about this show. And she asked this question to her people. She said, what do you think the thing is that is so bad that she's saying that it may not work? And a lot of people said either he had a baby, because I don't think they have children with each other. So a lot of people feel like either he had a baby on her or they feel like he gay. And that's why she doesn't want to say anything. That's why she's saying she's protecting him and she don't want that out. A lot of people feel like either he had a baby or the man gay. I don't know. I hope the man had a baby. I hope he ain't no Sugarfoot and he playing around and she being a beard. I really hope that ain't the case. Because Alana, you is too beautiful to be playing a beard. I really hope the man had a baby and that was just too much for you. I know that sounds bad. I would rather want that than for you to get up here and be like, he gay. I knew he was gay, and I was playing Janet Jackson in Color Girls. I don't know.
Well, my prayer is that's not the case. That's my prayer.
Well, it's mine. I hope the man done had a baby girl. I hope that man.
I'm about to say yeah, I hope. I was actually thinking maybe there was like a side baby or something that was conceived that she does not want to talk about. But what do you think, really, be?
I agree. I think a lot of times we, especially as women, but I think a lot of times we hold on when there's nothing left.
Right.
I think a lot of, especially when it's that we've been together since high school, and I think a lot of us hold on to that fantasy of what we
Mm-hmm.
thought it was going to be, and we're scared to
Mm-hmm.
start over. We're
Mm-hmm.
scared to to move forward. But I'm gonna say this: I think I don't know. I think it might be a baby too. I don't think that's it. I mean, I don't think it's the gay thing, but I'm wondering if it's just that he cheated. I think she seemed like the kind of person that him cheating would be. I'm just protecting him because he cheat. Because it sounds like this is not the first time he cheated. Because didn't she allude to him being unfaithful before they got married or while they were engaged
Yeah,
or
he
something?
pulled the
Yeah,
So I
Martell.
feel
He
like this
cheated
might be
while
a
they was
situation
engaged.
where I forgave you the first time and I came back and you did it again.
yeah,
That's
Or
what
maybe it's been a continuation and now she's just fed up with it.
yeah. But I think y'all out of all the women on this cast, she comes off as the most broken, and you can
And
really
she
yeah.
tell that
do.
this is something that's currently she's going through and is processing. That's why she's so reluctant to share information around these group of girls because I mean, like we said, these women don't know each other like that, so she is being more reserved. But you can tell that she is processing whatever that she's personally going through in her brokenness. So
But is it me or do it seem like Chloe be taking digs at that sometimes? Like even in her confessionals when she was like, "Girl, you only felt that you only got offended because you feel insecure about what's going on in your marriage and all that type of shit." And that's another thing with me. I'm like, well, if y'all been knowing each other for like 10 plus years, why is you even giving all of that? Like you should know how she. But then again, Alana do look like even with a best friend, she don't tell them everything.
yeah,
So could it be a situation where Chloe really don't know everything that's going on? Perhaps.
But I'm gonna say this too. I think that, and this is where us as reviewers have to come into place, right? Because I had to do this too when I was reviewing it. Some of this stuff is for production purposes, and what I mean by that is this: if Josiah gets married, and Josiah's been married for let's say 10 years, and all of us have been around each other, even if it's just in social settings, but we've been around each other, we know each other, and all of a sudden JoJo starts showing up to stuff without his wedding ring on, somebody gonna ask the question. If she didn't want anybody to ask what was going on in her marriage, and I have friends who have gone through separations, divorces, whatever, and they put the ring on when they know they're going to be around family or when they're not ready to talk about it. And when they finally ready to talk about it, that's when they take that ring off. So
Mhm.
for her to act like it was crazy for them to ask about it when girl, you got your ring on, like you took your ring off. So I think that some of this is
Mhm.
also for the storyline. Do
Mm,
I think her and her husband are really going through something? Yes. But
mm.
I think the whole her being reluctant to talk about it, I think some of that is to build up the drama. You know what I
I can
mean?
see that.
I
Yeah,
can
I
see
can
that.
see
That's
that.
a good point, really, because I mean, let's keep it real. This so far the show has been kumbaya, and they need some type of drama.
Hmm.
I guess that.
And also we again and JoJo, being the producer that you are, they also remember this is the first season, so they're still selling this show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, do I think her and her husband are really going through it? Yeah, I think that's real, but I also feel like we got to look at some of that too.
No,
I
absolutely.
agree. I can agree to that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's move on to Roe. All right.
Yeah.
So hold on. Okay.
T said,
So
yes, that's his see, Lord, here go
Roe is
T. That's his
a
girl. Y'all
powerhouse.
know how T is. That's his girl.
She's your girl is deemed as the nightlife queen. I think I have been to some of her spots before, but she's really big into the hospitality.
You
So when it
probably
comes to like
have.
yeah,
Y'all
She
be sleeping on JoJo too.
Tell them
Y'all
really
be
be.
sleeping on JoJo.
Tell them really be. Let her go.
yeah, so she is the more, outspoken. She be getting it popping. She's an entrepreneur. She has a daughter. I really did enjoy the part where she shared her story about, her baby daddy, her got pregnant and the baby daddy went to jail, and everything. I think that she's transparent. And I really do like her. She speaks
She's
her mind.
what?
Huh?
You said you think she's what?
I think that she's transparent.
Oh, I don't know what I thought you said. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. But no, anyways, what are your thoughts on her? T, you can go first because I know you.
I like Ro. Like Ro is very transparent. Like I said, she reminds me a lot of Ashley from Love and Marriage DC. Like she's open and she's just gonna tell you the way it is. And we need a person like that on the show. That's what I like about her. She's kind of like a wild card, but she also has a sensitive side. Like how she opened up about being a damn trap queen to this man and
Yeah.
all of the rest of that stuff. Like I like that. That's real. That's real shit. Like a lot of my homegirls like that. See, I can relate to that. I liked her openness about when it came down to like what she wants to do in life and how she was open about why she decided to leave the job that she had. Ro don't quit no more jobs though.
Right.
Like even when it came down to her daughter, and I got her daughter together too. Daughter, we ain't got no time for you to be fighting over no nasty ass little boy.
Mm-hmm.
But see, like stuff like that in the show, I like because that's real life stuff. Like it didn't seem scripted. And I like to see her mothering. I like to see how she handled that situation. And it was a cute scene with her and her daughter.
Yeah, it really was.
I like the fact that she admitted that she did need to talk to a third person because we don't see that often. I do like her openness for doing that. And I really hope she does continue that and not just on the show. I hope she's really doing that for her because we all need a therapy session. We do. Even me. I need to lay on somebody's couch, don't
Listen, I have two therapists. I'm just kidding, not two, but I have one I go to every other week. So nah, yeah, I like her. She's transparent. It was funny with her going back with that girl. I forgot her name. On the last episode who came to the singles event.
Oh, who? The transgender girl?
Stop! No.
That's my opinion. Shaniqua, I said that when I first saw her.
No, she don't remind you of Yolanda Adams.
She reminds me. Oh, JoJo, please don't make me say something. Let's go get this shit.
What? She don't remind you of Yolanda Adams?
Alone in a room.
Maybe Joe Adams in a wig, but
It's
not
just
Yolanda.
me and you.
Okay.
No.
Maybe Joe Adams in a wig, but damn sure not Yolanda. Be clear. Don't even do
Oh
Miss
my
Yolanda like
God.
that. Do not do Miss Adams like that. No, man. Absolutely not.
Oh my goodness, you are a mess.
But
Lord
Ocean agreed
have
with me,
mercy.
so I'm glad I'm not the only person.
Oh my God. Wow. I guess I need to take a second look. I never thought that. I never thought that.
Oh my gosh. I cannot.
See, we're gonna have to send you to the collection.
He said Yolanda Adams.
Take you to the altar. Lord have mercy.
Now listen, I don't think that she is trans, but she certainly does not give Yolanda Adams. Do not.
The reason why
Do
I said
not.
that because like the hair, she had the blonde hair and the kind of the facial feature. No? Okay.
You better believe me too, Ocean. I don't know what they talking about. Me too, Ocean. When she first came, I said, "Oh no, ma'am. Is Carlos behind this? Because this is very Carlo-esque, and I ain't fooling with it. We don't need it."
I think that was Ro. Wasn't that Ro that called her a wig a Timu wig? Wasn't that
Sure was.
Wow, I'm gonna have to go back and watch. I didn't get that. Maybe I need to just
Okay. Thank you, Auntie Kim. Period. Girl, bad. I know you lying. I'm an old school fool. I'm 37 years old, honey. I know when us when I see one child, wig and all. Y'all better stop it. Y'all better stop it. Okay.
Oh
I
my
appreciate what
God.
y'all
Now I
doing,
gotta
but
go back and watch it. Damn you,
Yeah, me
T.
too. Because now I'm gonna have to really look because when I was watching the episode 4, I was watching it, but at the same time I wasn't really looking at her like that.
Now I will say this. Now I'm gonna be honest. I ain't saying this just because of what you just said, T. This really, I did think she was a hard looking woman, but I didn't think she was trans. But I did think she was a hard looking woman. Now I did think that, but I ain't want nobody to be like, "Oh, really be you just hating? Really be you just talking about this lady?"
That is hilarious. Do you hear me? Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go
Alone
on.
in a room.
That's I'm telling because I was like when I first saw her when they was at the rodeo and everything, I was like, oh, like I thought that was no, I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna get dragged. I just thought that she looked similar.
Listen to her voice.
She looked like a alternative version.
I'm gonna go back and listen. I'm gonna go back and watch the last few minutes again.
Yeah, she reminded me of like an alternative. Now, I'm not saying that she looked like Yolanda Adams, but like maybe like a cousin or something like that. Okay. Little Money Long, Money Long and Yolanda Adams looking like. So that was like a little cousin of Money Long.
See, now you just stop. Just stop while you're ahead. Stop while you're ahead. Okay, the chat agree with T. The chat is agreeing with T.
Wow.
So.
I'm telling you, I clocked it when I first started, and I said, Carlos, get your ass out of here, girl. We don't need a token girl up here. Nah. Like the whole thing was just because it was weird to me. Like she just walked up on her out of nowhere. Latoya was
That
like,
was weird. That was to me. That was very. Either she was trying to get a moment, or it was very scripted. Because baby, Latiti was like, I don't know this lady.
Yeah,
I don't know this lady.
It was.
That's because you knew John, Latoya. That's why he didn't look familiar. You knew John. You don't know Shaniqua. But Shaniqua know you. Shaniqua met you when she was John, girl. That's why you didn't remember. I get it. Latoya, I get it. And she couldn't tell you that why, but I'm more just show she let you knew that behind the scenes. She better had. That's the least she could have did.
Nope.
Lord have mercy. Well, before we get to our next character, let me just say that, yeah, it was so far-fetched.
I can't stand you, T.
Right. It was so far-fetched how she put that on her ass about showing those old messages from 2014, y'all. And this
that's why I said that was giving very thirsty to me.
Over 10 years ago.
And Chloe knows she was wrong for even telling that lady that that Latiti didn't even remember her.
Yeah, Chloe was messy, but I get it. We need some mess. So
Shaniqua, just tell Latoya your real name and what class, what homeroom y'all had. She'll remember you. Trust me.
Wait, because I don't know, because when she showed the email, then they block out. They had Latoya email, like her, Limelight email, but they didn't have her email on that. So
Child, that's Jose. Y'all took home mess together, girl. Y'all was making omelets and jeans and shit down the home ec. That's all. Child.
Let's go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and move on. So okay, so I'm gonna be honest. This is not my favorite character on the show, but I'll go ahead and talk about her.
Why?
I like her, but at the same time, I'm like, she be okay. So she's a.
You know who she reminds me of?
Royce.
No, what she does? Okay, so physically she reminds me of Royce, but personality-wise, she reminds me of for my Married to Medicine. She reminds me of Anila from Married to Medicine. Remember how Anila was like, "I quit my job. I'm a full-time influencer."
Yeah.
And
yeah. Were you speaking in that realm? Okay, I get you.
Right.
Yeah, but not physically. I mean, physically she does remind me of Royce. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. Okay, but no, Marina is, like I said, a multifaceted powerhouse, like y'all said, that she's moving into. She quit her job to do more of social influencing. She has an amazing husband, kids, and her husband and her mom do not get along. So she
Child.
did show, just a
I,
little bit
I
about
I
her
don't I don't
life.
see no proof of that. I think that's a storyline. I don't see no proof of her and her husband and her mama not getting along.
Yeah.
Because both of them looked at her like she was crazy when she was like, I really want y'all to get along. And both of them were like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I could. You know what? I could see that. Like I said, we need something to talk about, right? Now, what is
Muneera, if it is real, the quickest way to lose your husband is to have your mammy move in with you. All
But
right.
she been living there though. The mama been living there, ain't she?
I don't think so.
I thought the
Won't
mama
this
lived there.
recent? Then didn't the mama just leave from where they from? Spain? Barcelona?
I'm about to say? I was just about
India.
to ask where they're originally from.
No, that mama been living with them, I thought.
She did?
They from
Oh.
India. Her mama moved here from India when her and her dad.
Yes.
Yeah, that mama been here for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, now that y'all see, I skipped all that. Well, now that y'all said that, don't do that, friend. All right. If it ain't no issues between your mama and your husband, don't make none. Lord knows we don't need another Wanda and Marcel. Okay. We don't need another Mama Joyce and Tide. We don't need no more of that. Don't,
Okay.
please don't make an issue. But I
Right.
like her. Why y'all like her?
You know what? I'm okay. I like all these women on the show, right? But I guess I don't like her. I just, her personality is just probably not the girl I would necessarily be around. Because she just seemed, I don't know, like that's comment with her and Latoya going back about the Chargers comment. I didn't care for that, which we'll get into. But yeah. I was gonna ask,
Okay.
I was gonna say that, yeah, I agree with really be about this storyline with the mama and the husband going back and forth because please correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Culturally, um, Indian women are more submissive, right? Like, so I just cannot see her mother being, traditional, like a traditional woman ever going back and forth or, going back and forth with her husband like that. Like, that's just not in their culture.
And
Um,
then when they on this episode, the mother was like, basically the mother only said, I just feel like you don't do no whole lot of talking. But I think you're a great husband. You're a great dad. I love how you provide. I love how you treat my daughter. Like, I didn't hear her say nothing bad. And even when she went to the mom and was like, I think the two of y'all need to spend more time together, the mama rolled her eyes and was like, we're fine.
Okay.
Like,
Listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I ain't even see this week episode. I'm gonna see it tomorrow. I'm just living vicariously through y'all in the clips. But I ain't see that part.
so you ain't seen the other what's Monifa, whatever, Raquisha, she did that, went back and forth with Latonya. You ain't seen that?
Yeah, I saw the clip what they were sitting at the table.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
Got you.
I
Got you.
saw that. But this is what I'm gonna say. I understood where Muneera. It's I remember it. Muneera. I understood where Muneera was coming from about the little girl shit because I would going back to Married to Medicine again. That was the issue that Sweet Tea had with Dr. Groot round there. That was her issue with trying to little girl her and trying to daughter her and trying to son her and the little girl and the sweethearts and shit like that. And I understood it from her, especially when Latoya got up here and said, well, whenever I would say things, because I was a little bit thicker and a little bit taller, people felt like I was bullying them and, I didn't like when so and so and so. So it's just like for me, I feel like all of them got their own little insecurities, and I feel like they just need to respect that. Me, The same way she had an issue with the whole little girl thing, Latoya had her issues. She didn't like how Ro made her feel like she was judgmental and all of the rest of that shit. So it's like, if you want, give to other people what you want people to give to you. It's basically what I'm saying. That was my biggest issue that I had with Latoya in last week's episode, when she kind of dismissed Muneera's when she was dismissing Muneera's feelings. But I was like, how can you? Because when Chloe made you, no, not Chloe, when Ro made you feel that way, you took an issue with it. You went and took it to Chloe and like, well, do I need to be around this group? I'm like, what? Is that deep?
Well, I felt like that. Latoya did apologize to her, and I felt like Muneera just kept dragging it on. You know what I'm saying? Like she wouldn't let it go. Like she did apologize to her and everything.
I mean, I guess. I guess.
but I
Because
get where
I mean, when you look at me and I'm telling you my feelings, and then you come back me with, I mean, listen, I kind of over it now. Like it's just
But I also feel like that goes back to what I was saying before, that it lets you know that these women are not all on the same level of friendship. Because
right,
again, I feel like for both of those situations, it triggered their own personal baggage, right? Muneera, it triggers her because by her working in a male dominated field for so long, I'm sure as a black woman, as a petite black woman, I'm sure that's how the men in her field dismissed her, right? Oh,
right,
you're so young. Oh, you look like a,
right.
so I'm sure that's probably where her trigger comes from. And then for Latiti, it's her trigger because yeah, no, I can't remember these people's name. Because because she's the bigger woman growing up, no matter how she said something, it always seemed like she was pointed out as being aggressive or what have you. I'm gonna say this too. I also feel like maybe Letitia don't know how to tell a joke.
Right.
Because I feel like a couple of people have misunderstood her. And she was like, I was just joking. It was just a joke. But clearly you don't know your delivery must be off. Because like that's what Ro was saying when she was like, well, I don't know if I can joke around you. You talking about I'm a woman of God. Like there's a way of saying that where people know you playing, and then there's a way of saying that where people think that you're offended. So maybe she need to work on her delivery.
And she does have a dry sense of humor. I'll say that. Her well, not a dry sense of humor, but she does come off as monotone. But I get it because she's so business oriented. But sometimes you do have to be mindful of watching your tone and how you speak, just kind of learning each other. Like that's why we said in the beginning, like y'all said, these women really don't know each other. Like there's some relationships that's closer than others. So it's just
I
all
get
about
that.
everybody's learning each other language. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get
You know
that.
what? It's kind of like us with the panel, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know we've been around each other long enough.
Mhm.
We know how we can joke with each other. We know how far to push each other. And I can look at y'all's face and be like, okay, you ain't in the mood tonight. All right, I ain't. But people on the outside really don't understand sometimes how we can go at each other and really be good.
Yeah.
Like they really think, oh my gosh, Scotty and really B really went at it last night. I hope you guys are okay. And me and Scotty have been on the phone for 2 hours kikiing about something totally different. Like, what you mean? I've been
Exactly.
talking to Scotty all damn day. And when I tell people y'all really don't understand how the group chat really be blown, we really be in the group chat the next day laughing and joking about this shit. And if there are real issues, y'all will never know.
Ever.
Y'all will never know.
Ever.
So I think that's the difference when people are really friends, that you get to know those little things about each other, even if you just are friends in a working relationship. And that's what I meant when I was like, you could tell that these two weren't really friends. I mean, this group, they may have all known each other, and some of them may be closer than others, but there are others that are just getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah, like like you said, I mean, it's just certain relationships. Like I can be honest and say that even for our panel, you know, when Busy Blue came on, we had our personalities were a little tad bit different, and it took some learning to just learning, getting to know each other and working with each other in a professional way. So I'll just say it that. But anyway, and that's just me being cute up here.
And they're fine, by the way. Please
Yes,
don't
See,
go
that's how
spread
rumors
no
get
rumors.
started. That's
look,
how
it's
rumors
all
get started.
love. It's all love. So
Busy, look, you know, Busy will come in the group chat and be like, "What?"
right. Oh my goodness. So, anyways, okay, let's actually speaking of Latoya. Latoya, okay. So Latoya Lemon, like I said in the beginning, I have worked with Latoya twice in a professional setting. She's very professional, she's very driven, business oriented. She has an award-winning company called Lemon Limelight Media, okay. And she is pretty much does PR and entertainment. You know, hospitality, doing everything. So I can guess we could say that she kind of anchored in these group of women as being like the anchor and the girl who got the group together. So we really don't know too much about her still. I know that she's single, looking to date, well, she's dating or trying to. So
Well,
she's
she
more
ain't
of
dating nobody. She said it's been 3 years.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
My bad. She's more. She's also another
Yeah,
reserve.
she went to Clark Atlanta. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
And
she's.
child, that's a problem.
But yeah, any thoughts on her? Well, I mean, we pretty much said how we felt, but
Yeah, I like her, but I do think that she need to loosen up a little bit. I
yeah,
think she
Me
need to
too.
loosen up a little bit. I
little
think
step.
she's giving very Southern Belle, and she just need to loosen up a little bit. I think that, but I do think she seems like a really nice person. I don't think she means anything by it, but I do think that girl, loosen up a little bit.
Right.
I asked JoJo this behind stage, and I want to ask you this up here, really be. Do you feel as though she could be sneaky? Because I really be getting that a lot in my comments about her. Like a lot of them say she's seen my eye, but you got to keep an eye on her. Do you get that from her?
I feel like, and this is my reviewer's hat I'm putting on from a reviewer's perspective. I feel like production uses her.
Okay.
So,
I can.
like for
Okay.
example, when she went back to Chloe and was like, Allison said that you
Mm-hmm.
forget the caliber of man. I feel like that
Mm-hmm.
was production. I
Me
don't think
too.
in her real life she would have repeated it.
Me too.
And I don't think she would have repeated it that way. She might have gone back to Chloe and said, "Look, I talked to Allison, and I really think it was just a misunderstanding. I think y'all probably could just get it cleared up." She just, just let her know that, that her husband ain't your cup of tea. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't, but I think that goes back to y'all. Listen, this is y'all know from a reviewer perspective, every reality show got one,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and I think she's that person on this show. And part of it is maybe because the show is anchored around her. But yeah, I think that's part of what it is.
I can agree. Because I said that when after that episode happened, I said the same thing. I said the way you gave it off, it looked like you didn't want to say it. Like it looked really produced, and I'm gonna need for y'all to not make it look produced. I get it's y'all first season. I'll let y'all have it, but don't let that happen again. That's exactly what I said. So I totally get your point about it. I don't know. We gonna see. Like I say, I'm not gonna judge her. I'm not judging her harshly. I'm not doing anything. It's first season. We gonna see.
Right. They need to, I just think that so far these episodes are just cooking up. Everybody's
Right.
cooking. Big
Yeah.
family. We're getting to know these women on a personal level, their family, seeing their family dynamic. And I think that within the group, we'll see more conflict later in the season.
Lord, the people say she giving Leticia from Bell Collective. My God.
No. I mean,
Y'all just saying that because she a big girl.
right. No, I don't see that because she's very, like you said, kind of more monotone. Leticia is more animated. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of Bill Collector, though, y'all, Bill Collector gonna be good this season, but that's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's what I heard.
I can't
That's
wait.
what I heard.
Baby, I heard that Bill Collective is cooking. Okay.
That's what I
That's
heard.
all I'm gonna say about that. Moving right along.
Right
No,
on.
let's try the
Carlos King
Carlos
is
King
not
show.
producing. Yeah, he's not producing this show. Mm-mm.
No.
Thank God. I mean, anyways, because look,
Not
I love
motion
Carlos King now,
factory
but he
production.
don't. It will be too much malfunction drama. Um, so let's go ahead and get to
And
Labrina,
bad
who is
editing.
my
Ooh, did I say
absolutely
that?
favorite. Okay, Labrina is a
Yeah, I
country
love her.
girl at heart. She's a woman who knows what she wants. She's ambitious. She goes for it and don't let anything stop her. Okay, this girl has passion and drive. She's an owner of an elite spa in Houston, which is one of the few Black women spa owners in United States. So she is like a caregiver. She's down to earth, a mother of two. She's married to a NFL or a former NFL player. She has a big, beautiful ranch. She's a country girl, country
Period.
thing. I was like, ooh, this is my girl right here. She is the ish. You hear me?
Ooh, we gonna disagree.
I
Ooh,
listen, and we are. It's 2-1. I
go ahead,
love
really be.
Labrina. I do. She is my absolute fave right now. She is most definitely. She's naturally beautiful. I love that she could come on with or without makeup, and she's still like I'm that bitch. Period. I love her ranch. Okay, mama girl got a ranch, horses, hay bales, all that good shit. Yes, ma'am. And the reason why I do love Labrina is because, like, when her and Alana had that conversation and Alana was telling her and opening up to her about her marriage, I like how Labrina kept it real and was like, girl, I've been through the same thing. Like, when he first got in the NFL, he was a fuck nigga. I dealt with the same thing. Like, I appreciated that because most people wouldn't have done that. I like the fact that she was real enough and open enough to be on national TV and say, yeah, it happened to me too. Like, yeah, I know William is cute or whatever. It happened to me too. But we was able to do this and we was able to do that. Like, I like that realness about her. Not too many people would have done that. Like, and it's like when she made herself vulnerable like that for Elena, I was like, you know what? I rock with that. I can rock with that. Like, that was real shit.
Go ahead, really be. What's your opposing opinion? I'd love to hear it.
Me too.
So everything y'all just said, I love it too. I love full stop. I think she's beautiful. I love that she's a boss. I love that she's unapologetically who she is. Full stop. And I know you haven't seen this episode, T, but something I saw in this episode is why I'm like,
What
So
happened?
let me tell you what I saw. Labrina blames everybody but herself. So there were two examples.
Mm.
The first example was when she was talking to her husband about her oldest son having trouble in school. And she was like, well, his grades didn't start dropping until he was over there with his dad. We share custody. As an educator, that ain't how that shit works.
I can agree.
Even if y'all are 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off, it ain't that he's cutting up only on the 2 weeks he with his daddy. It sounds like there's a bigger conversation that needs to be had. And it sounds like she was just blaming it. Well, when he was living with us, we didn't have these problems. When he was living with us, we didn't have these problems. But again, this is just coming from my experience as an educator. There are a lot of reasons why kids' grades start changing. Did he just transition into middle school? Did he just transition into high school? Is he starting to like the ladies a little bit? Is he smelling himself? Is he playing sports? Like, there are other elements, and I felt like she was so quick to just be like, oh, it must be her daddy. I mean, it must be him being with his daddy. Then we saw her with her family, and she was with her stepmom, her dad, and her mom. And she was talking about how, well, I was the young mom. Y'all didn't really, y'all weren't really there for me when I needed y'all. I had my son when I was young. And when I needed y'all the most, y'all weren't there. And her stepmama was like, because you didn't want to follow the rules. And she was like, okay, but I mean, you just weren't there for me. You didn't have my back when I needed you. And her stepmama was like, but you didn't want to follow the rules. Like, hey, JB Boo, you didn't want to follow the rules. You wanted to do what you wanted to do. And she was like, but you put me out. And the stepmama was like, girl, you know you could have came back if you wanted to. And then she was like, nah, I wasn't coming back. I wasn't coming back. She was like, exactly. But you know, if you needed us, we were here. You could have come back. The problem was you didn't want to follow the rules. So I like Labrina, let's be clear. But in this last episode, I was like, wait a minute. It sounds like you're not taking accountability for your part. Because and again, this is no indictment on people who have children at a young age. Let's be clear. I don't want nobody coming for me. No. But for you to be, I think she said she had her child at 16, 17. Yeah, 16. So for you to be a teenage mom, let's just start somewhere. You was already doing some stuff. I'm not saying she was promiscuous. It could have been her first time and she got pregnant. But you was already making some decisions, right? Right. You got pregnant. Sounds to me like your family didn't put you out the house when you got pregnant. It sounds to me like your family had your back and they supported you, because she said that the child was like a year old when she left. So it doesn't sound like they were like, oh, hell no, you done got pregnant. You still a high school student. Get the hell out. She was 19. My apologies. She was 19. Okay, she was 19. So it doesn't sound like they immediately was like, oh, hell no, you think you grown? Go. The stepmama just kept saying, you didn't want to follow the rules. You didn't want to follow the rules. So that's all I'm saying, y'all. So for the people, don't beat me up. But I'm listening, and that's what I heard in this episode. I like Labrina, but that did make me be like, wait a minute now.
No,
I was right. It was 19, y'all. It was 19. My apologies. 19. She was 19.
I get your point, especially when it comes to the son's part. And then because you're right, like it could be a much different transition from what he was used to where he's at now. Everybody has to adjust. So I could totally agree with you when it came to that. When it comes to that, I do get that. Mm-hmm. I get that.
But I still like her. Let's be clear. I still like her. She's not somebody that's like, oh, hell no. I'm just saying.
But don't worry about it.
Let me say this. I wonder, my reviewer in me, the reviewer thought in me is saying, how could this manifest down the line with this girl group?
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel that.
But don't worry about your son, though, Labrina. Listen, my mama had me at 16, and I turned out just fine, don't you think? So don't worry about your son. He's going to be fine. He's just going through it right now.
Somebody said that was her mama. It was her mama, her stepmama, whoever it was. They was all at the table together, child. I don't know. But they was all at the table together.
Yeah. It was I can definitely agree with that. I think that yeah, especially like you said with the child situation and her, hopefully she can we let's see. Like you said, we'll definitely check it out and see if she can start taking more accountability or whatever. So that is a good point. So yeah, so guys, we are at the 1 hour mark. Man, this was, I think, the first. So far, I really do enjoy the show. It's a good, wholesome show. It's different. And what y'all think? I mean, do y'all think that maybe we should like kind of do this like a bi-weekly thing? I don't know what y'all
ask the audience. How many people we got in the chat, JoJo?
137. Oh, and
we got 130.
Yes.
Okay, so we got first of all, I hope y'all all hit the like button. Y'all know Tia cut y'all out. So I hope everybody hit the like button. Second of all, let's vote. If y'all would like to see us make this a panel for the rest of the season, put a 1 in the chat. If y'all were cool with just this one time, this one time review, and y'all was like, it's cute, but we just gonna wait for Atlanta to come back, put a 2 in the chat. Mm-hmm. And if we have more 1s and 2s, we'll make it a thing.
Yeah. This is kind of like a test to see the vibe and see if y'all are feeling us as a trio together. Mm-hmm. So
I enjoy this show, and I
already hit the like button because I know how TV fussing.
I enjoy the show, and I keep telling my people, listen, give the show. It's sad that people got Stockholm syndrome, child. Like they scared to even look at any show that come on. Right. It ain't got nothing to do with Carlos.
No,
this show is actually
it has nothing to do with Carlos King or Kingdom Reign
at all. It's really good. It's interesting. The characters that are on there are interesting. I feel like you can see a lot of yourself in a lot of the characters, if not all of them. Like, cause I see myself in a few of them. I do. I see myself in a few of
Shaniqua,
them.
you see yourself in Shaniqua?
You so
Absolutely not. Cause I ain't never want to be no damn girl. Okay. I ain't never want to be no damn girl. Now, yes, I know how to do a whole makeup, and yes, I know how to walk in heels, but they ain't none of y'all business. I ain't never want to be no damn girl. So no, I cannot see myself in Josh. I can't see myself in Josh and or John and or Johnny and or Joseph and or Jerry. No, I can't. No shade.
Yeah, let me tell y'all this real quick. You know, I started the first day of school today, right? This let me know I've been hanging around my Labidjaquat people too much, right? So this was the first day of school, and it was a ninth grade orientation, and I saw one of my babies walking the door.
Mm-hmm.
He has to be probably 6 feet tall. He thick, not fat, but thick.
Mhm.
Makeup, beat, but not not overly done. A very natural beat. Like I could tell he had on foundation.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell he had on eye makeup, and he had on like some light lipstick, like maybe like what I have on, like a light brown lipstick. But baby, I saw him walk in the door. I'm sorry, her. My apologies. Saw her walk in the door. So as soon as I was giving out schedules and stuff, when I got done giving out schedules, I said, "Come here."
Yeah.
I said, "You're not in trouble." I said, "But come here." So she walked over. I said, "What's your name?" And she gave me her name.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Okay." I said, "I saw you, and I just wanted to let you know that I saw you, and I wanted to know who you were." I said, "If you need anything, you come and see me." And she
Good.
looked at me. So it was funny. She said, "Well, my given name is Kenneth." I said, "That's okay." I said, "I don't even need you to tell me that. If that's the name you told me your name, that's what I'm gonna call you." I said, "But I just wanted you to see me, and I wanted you to know that I saw you."
Mm-hmm.
And she just walked away. It was so funny. I said, I saw you walk in the door, ma'am.
But I'm glad
As
that you
a
did
gay
that.
person,
People really need
I
that.
thoroughly appreciate you for that, really be. I'm gonna be honest. Because I had teachers growing up when I was in high school, and I didn't even necessarily tell them that I was gay, but they knew. And they were the exact same way with me, and I never told them. So I thoroughly appreciate you for that.
Oh, I
Like
gotta
I like
well,
that a
you know,
lot.
I'm the faculty advisor for the LGBTQ club at my school.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So my kids know me, and they
Mhm.
were gonna probably bring her to me anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it's a couple of them. One of them used to be in the hallway, and I used to be like, and I thought that in his pronoun, I mean, he goes by he, but he is, and I thought
Mhm.
he was the most disrespectful. Oh, he was nasty. That was a nasty child, and I ain't had nothing for him until we have a modeling club at my school, and there's a competition in my county. There's like a modeling where they have to do it's certain elements that they have to do within a routine, and they do like, and they did they won, and a couple of my other students were in the club, and they showed me the video. It was on YouTube. I'm gonna try to find the clip. I'm gonna send it to y'all. But it was like a whole Annie theme that they did, and I saw him.
Mm-hmm.
And baby, when I tell you he was voguing his ass off and he was walking his ass off, I found his ass in the hallway. I said, "You bring your tail to me." And I told him, I said, "I saw you." I said, "Now listen." I said, "I didn't know that the person who be walking down the halls cussing everybody out could do all of that."
Yeah.
He my best friend.
I
Hey,
love
that sounds.
His
it.
ass now.
You know what, really be? You give me the type that even when your students probably graduate high school, their friend requests you on Facebook. Because
Yeah.
I do that with a lot of my teachers, a lot of the damn administrators and the principal. She ain't the principal no more, but
Baby,
I
let me tell
follow
you
her too.
something. Let me tell you something. First of all, half of them find my YouTube channel before they graduate. That's number one. Number two, I do. A lot of them follow me on Instagram. A lot of them follow me on A lot of them follow me on Instagram. A lot of them follow me on TikTok. I don't know whether they follow me on YouTube or not, but I mean, once they graduate, I accept them as a friend. Yeah.
I like
Baby, they're hilarious. I have to tell y'all something else. Before we get off, I'm gonna tell you something else backstage about some of my former students.
Okay. Cool. Well, no, really, thank you for being a safe space.
Yeah.
Blue Rail said, thank you for being a
definitely
safe space for these kids.
Definitely.
I try, child. These churn, I try.
Definitely, because they need it, especially in school. So
no, they really do. They do. And we have a thing at my school where the trans flag, if we send it to the teachers at the beginning of the year, and we ask the teachers, if you want to be, put it on your door. You can put it somewhere up in the corner. It's not real big. It's just a small little printout that they can print. Put it on their door, and we let the kids know, if you see that on a teacher's door, that's a safe space. If you're being bullied, if you're just having a bad day, if something's going on, that's a teacher. That's a safe space. Because let's be clear, all of the teachers that I build are not
a safe space. I love
but that lets the kids know that, you know, that's a space you can pop in if you need to just kind of, you need a minute. That's some place you can pop in. So yeah, we do stuff like that. Yeah, we try, child. We try.
That's pretty amazing. Wow. Well, I did look up and tally up the votes. Everybody said a 1. We got a lot of 1s in the chat. So yeah, listen, this was I think this is a good dynamic. We both
it was fun.
It was, and we had a good number. Y'all came out y'all wanted to hear. Some of y'all ain't even seen the show. Y'all just came over here.
And that's huge because my ass ain't posted video on forever. I'm like, damn, okay, they really like this. They like this. Okay.
Right.
Cool. So does everybody want to go around and just talk about what they got coming up or going on?
She's too busy cussing them love and marriage people out. Child.
Yeah, I was just finna say, I know I'm going in a lot on, just truth, on no truth, just lies and no face, but that's only because it's really not much going on. Now, Bell Collective is going to be coming back soon. I'm definitely doing that. I'm doing this show as well, especially Love and Marriage Huntsville. But anything that comes up, I am going to talk about it. It's not just going to be the mess, I promise. But that's my coin. I'm just making my coin. That's it.
Yeah, we know. Listen, I ain't mad at you.
Right.
Y'all, for those of you that y'all know, I'm still trying to get caught up. I got behind this summer, but let me just give you what I have going on my channel. So I do Beyond the Gates. Myself and YB, we do. I mean, Lord, I said YB. JB, we do Beyond the Gates. Usually on Saturdays. We missed last Saturday, so we're gonna probably just double up this weekend. That's usually what we do. If we miss a week, we just double up. So we'll probably do that this weekend. If JB is available, we'll do it Saturday. Sunday morning, Ready to Love with Shade in the City. The other shows that I do Heart and Hustle, Love and Marriage Huntsville, The Real Housewives of Miami. You guys know that whether you like it or not, Miami panel. They changed the night on us, y'all. They went from Miami used to come on Wednesday night, now it comes on Thursday night. So we're trying to figure out how to get the panel, but we're gonna do that. And then I've also been doing Love After Lockup. So that's kind of what I have going on. Divorce Sisters, we will get caught up on Divorce Sisters before they come back from there. I love
that show.
Right, before they come back from their hiatus, we will be doing Divorce Sisters, getting caught up. But I'm up to like episode 6, so I'm almost done. Episode 7. I think they went up to episode 8. Whichever it is, I'm only 1 episode behind. So we're gonna get caught up.
Okay.
One thing, really, I told JoJo about this behind stage. Scotty got a book coming out, and I'm more than sure we're all gonna get it. And I was thinking about maybe doing like a book review panel with Scotty. Would you want to be on it?
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah,
that would be good.
All right, cool. Because I'm thinking about doing that, so that's cool.
Okay, that'll be fun.
All right.
And we still trying to get T out of New York, y'all.
Yeah. Listen, praying.
They are.
He said they are.
Lord have mercy. Okay, well that's good. Well, for me, I am actively. I have like a whole bunch of shorts. Yeah, they're AI. What did I say that? They're quick shorts every day, just something to kind of hold people over. Just about random topics, old videos that I posted in the past. Also, I want to talk about. I have like about what 2 more bubblegum pop videos about those character development. Sitcom characters. So expect that
Okay.
coming out this Thursday. Really bubblegum pop cutesy, whatever. And then starting September the 6th, I have been working on this for months, y'all. I'm about to start doing my own live show, JoJo Night Live, every Friday.
Okay, JoJo Night
Yeah,
Live.
every Friday starting September the 6th, the weekend after Labor Day weekend. So this will just be a good space where we talk about different trending topics, movies. I might have a guest. So just so you guys, I feel like that I'm good when it comes to editing, but I want to kind of be more on camera and to show my personality, just to let you guys know who I am. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, because you
stay
got these
tuned
people
for that.
thinking you so sweet and innocent.
Okay, period. Tell them. How bad?
I'm a little ratchet, so you know.
A little.
I'm
Oh.
classy and ratchet. How about that? So,
Child. Listen, I done been out with your ass.
Lord have mercy. Well, listen, I'm a good time. You will have a good time.
You are that. You are a good time, honey.
And not only that, you make a man enough, he'll whoop your ass.
And he will. And
Y'all
will.
Shh, don't say nothing.
And will.
That's
He
that
will.
Texas shit.
JoJo will whoop your ass. Don't let the smooth taste fool y'all.
At all.
Now why y'all gonna say that?
No, I'm just saying.
The first time I went out with JoJo when we were in Houston, I ain't gonna say no names, but baby, we was 10 minutes in the spot, and JoJo was like, "Oh, I don't like her. She was what's her thing? Baby, the rest
Really?
See?
Don't be messy now.
JoJo was like, "Oh no, really be."
It's true what they say. Watch out for the quiet, nice ones.
Watch out for the quiet ones. That is what
Watch
they
out
say.
for them.
Oh my goodness, I cannot. Well, guys, listen. Well, thank y'all for watching us. And like I said, I think we're gonna probably talk a little bit backstage so we can maybe come together with a schedule. I know we're all busy, we're all on different panels and stuff, but thank y'all so much for watching this. Okay, so
Thank y'all.
next
Catch
time.
y'all
Yeah.
next time.
All right, we out of here, guys. Bye.
Peace.